What's going on, Arizona Sports Fan family? We're back at it again with another video here of the Arizona Sports Fan. Today, we're going to talk about what we have learned, the aftermath of Arizona Cardinals versus the Los Angeles Rams. All right, everybody, welcome back in. Now, like I mentioned in the intro, today what I want to talk about is the aftermath. Arizona Cardinals versus the Los Angeles Rams. Now, if you're sitting here asking me, Mike, why are you wearing a Suns jersey on a Cardinals video? Well, to be honest with you, the Suns are starting up here pretty soon. Super excited about the NBA season. And honestly, I would love nothing more than have a competent GM just like James Jones. But we're not living in the world right now about that, but we're going to dive right into this video here. Before we get started, do me one huge favor, smack the like button on this video and subscribe for more Arizona Cardinals content. We're pretty much throwing videos left and right, daily content coming your way for the Arizona Cardinals. If you want a therapy session, this is going to be the spot where you can come in and speak and be a part of the community. One last thing I want to go ahead and mention is that I ended up waking up this morning here and ended up finding this on my Twitter page. It seems like the Arizona Cardinals had enough of my shenanigans and they actually blocked me from their Twitter social medias. Honestly, I'm thinking of this as an absolute win. That means my voice is being heard, or I'm just being a nuisance, but at least they're fully aware and will not be stopping until I get what I want, and that is going to be making sure that this Arizona Cardinal organization is being held accountable. All right, everybody, let's get started here on this video, the aftermath of the Arizona Cardinals versus the Los Angeles Rams. A few different things that we ended up learning about this game. One of them being that Marquise Hollywood Brown is the real deal, right? We ended up seeing him have a huge game for the Arizona Cardinals, over 140 yards, something like that. Pretty awesome, right? And Greg Dortch is as advertised. I'm really excited to see what he's going to do for the rest of the season. I am still a big advocate of Greg Dortch, and I really do hope that he can become that guy in the slot for us permanently. But obviously that's not my decision. It is up to Mr. Cliff Kingsbury. We'll have to kind of see and wait how it all shakes out when Rondale Moore does decide to come back for the Arizona Cardinals after his injury. Now, let's keep talking here. The run game was non-existent. That was pretty frustrating to see. Now, we did have James Conner with, I believe it was like 13 carries, something like that. He didn't really have a very good game. We saw Eno Benjamin kind of get really good, some good yardage. We saw a little Darrell Williams here and there, nothing too crazy. But the game plan of this game was, at least to me, was we need to make sure that our offense stays on the field, right? Run the ball down their throat, manage the time of possession, making sure that we get touchdowns. And it seems like we did the complete polar opposite. Now, when you look at the time of possession, the Arizona Cardinals actually did a very good job in keeping the ball. The problem was that we weren't able to score a touchdown to save our life. Now, we had to settle for field goal, and that was kind of the whole issue of the situation. Now, when we take a look at the Los Angeles Rams, honestly, congratulations to them for winning. Let me just go ahead and say that right now. Like, congratulations on the win. But that's right there what should prove to a lot of people that you need that head coach, right? You need that superb leader to really come out and stand out, even if you're not having a great game. Because let's be honest, the Los Angeles Rams didn't have a great game. They were doing things that were shooting themselves in the foot. They had a lot of, passes over to Cooper Kupp. I believe it was 2 of them that were overthrown by Matthew Stafford. So what we suspected about the Rams, I still do think that I'm right when it comes down to LA Rams. They're not as good as they were last year, at least towards the end when they won the Super Bowl. But the Arizona Cardinals are no better, right? I mean, we ended up losing 20-12, and honestly, being that it was an 8-point game, it didn't really look as close as the score tells. Like, there was 4 straight possessions, when we got him. It was just brutal to watch our offense. And that's one thing that, Cliff Kingsbury has preached over and over again, that we need to kind of make sure that we have a fast start, and we're just not able to do it. One crazy thing that honestly is not getting much of immediate attention is that the Arizona Cardinals have not won a home game for 7 straight games. How upsetting is that for Arizona Cardinals fans to come out there, right? Spend their hard-earned money on this product, coming out here, buying jerseys, buying, overpriced concession stuff, all this different stuff to support their team, and they haven't won a game in 7 straight games. That's absolutely insane. Now, I have become a recent season ticket holder on this last year, so this is the first time I'm doing it, but I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to renew it. Honestly, when that agent comes in and says, do I want to renew it? I'm going to tell them straight up, cancel it, and if they ask for my reason, I'm going to say, fire Keim. And I really do believe that that is going to be the root of the problem here. We've seen a lot of things from this Arizona Cardinal team that is very concerning. We see our first round picks, like Isaiah Simmons just getting shunned to the bench. Now, yes, he didn't have the best Kansas City Chiefs game, but the best way you can get better is when you're on the field getting those live reps. We're treating Isaiah Simmons like he was out of his curfew, right? He came home late. He passed his curfew and we're sitting him on the bench. That's how we're treating Isaiah Simmons. Now, granted, it is up to the defensive coordinator to put the best 11 people on the field, but if Vance Joseph really truly feels like the linebackers that we have is better than Isaiah Simmons, then we have a whole lot of hurt to really kind of focus on this roster that Steve Keim ended up putting together. Now, on the stream yesterday, I ended up asking everybody on the stream, in the past 2 or 3 years of all his drafts of Steve Keim and the Arizona Cardinals, name me one superstar. Now, not a superstar to you, not a superstar to the Arizona Cardinal fans, a superstar seen as the national media that's come out of these last 2 or 3 drafts. Let me know in the comments. I'm pretty sure you're not going to find one. Now, if you mention somebody like Byron Murphy, he's not a superstar. He's a really good player, and I really do have a lot of upside and hoping they can be that number 1 cornerback for the Arizona Cardinals, but he is nowhere near a superstar. I'm talking about Jalen Ramsey. I'm talking about Odell Beckham Jr. in his prime. I'm talking about Antonio Brown in his prime. I'm talking about those type of superstars. That's what I'm talking about. Let me know if I have missed anybody. Put it in the comments below. But going back to what we've learned in this game for the Arizona Cardinals is that the biggest strong point coming into the season was supposed to be our offense, was supposed to be our major identity. That was supposed to be what we were good at. And right now, this Arizona Cardinal team, when things don't go their way, they unravel so darn bad. And it's apparent that there's no leader there that's willing and able to pick up this young team to get them in the right direction. When things go bad, things get worse. Things don't get better. Now, this Arizona Cardinal team could have possibly been 0-3. And I do understand that, that's a completely different record than 1-2. I'm right there with you. But this team could have been 0-3 if we didn't have this miraculous comeback from Kyler Murray. So, I'm going to sit here and say this, that this Arizona Cardinal team has the roster. They have the pieces, but the person calling the plays is not it. We can't always depend on Kyler Murray to use his legs, his ability, his superstar ability to go ahead and, make every single play. We got to put it all on the head coach as well. Now, I think everybody has a share to blame in this as well, right? It's not just one person, but the leader that's supposed to be coming up in this organization is supposed to lead these young men / veterans, and it just ain't happening. Let me know what you guys think about this game, what you've learned as an Arizona Cardinal fan about this game. Put everything in the comments below. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Have a great rest of your day, and as always, go Cards.